this posted. Also, let's see. Which channel are we on? We're on the Rogue channel because we're in fucking YouTube jail. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I posted a little link in the Discord server. And then I also fucking, like, knocked my keyboard off the table, so I'm putting keyboard pieces back together in this thing. It's like a fucking fun little puzzle trying to remember where all the keys go. I think this is the Z. Alright, so anyways, hello. There's nobody quite here yet. This is, of course, my baby channel, so I don't have, like, a lot of subscribers and shit yet. But I posted in the Discord and they'll be here. If you are on the replay crew and you're like, hey, yo, dumb bitch, like, why do you just come in here and then, like, not start immediately talking about shit? Shut the fuck up. Okay. Fuck, bro. I gotta remember which one's the fucking alt and which one's the catarrhal. Shit. I'm not gonna be able to put that. This is so hard. Okay? I can type on any fucking keyboard, but I'm like, damn, which one goes where? Which one's control and alt? Fuck. Alright, anyways, no, I'll the other alt too! Fuck! Both of them came off. Alright, we're gonna get this. We're gonna figure this out eventually. And they took my fucking catarrhal too. Sorry. Alright. So, I have, been watching Shanny and Rev and everything these last few days, and I think there is a pretty interesting thing happening, as far as, exactly what we're seeing. Okay. And I guess I can pretty much just wait until you guys actually get here to talk about it, because I also don't want to, you know, I don't want to, like, yap too fucking much about it without any feedback. I need feedback, right? Because you guys are in this to win this with me, right? Like, straight up. Okay. You know, there's Eileen. Thank you. Oh my God, Eileen, I need you. Eileen. I've been kind of talking about it in the Discord. Hold on. I need to Google a keyboard really quick so I can figure out where all of these pieces go, because I'm not sure. Okay, hold on. Keyboard layout. I need to see it so that I can see. Okay, there we go. All right, this is probably it. I think the catarrhal goes on the edge. Hey, somebody look at your fucking. Sorry, I can't talk about the fucking demogorgon until I get my fucking thing back together. Hello, Junior and Haruno and Husan and Patient. I gotta, like, get you guys to Google and figure out where my keycaps go back onto. And I'm like, I want to talk to you guys, but I'm also really bothered by the fact that my fucking computer is... I have fucked up my fucking, thing here by dropping... Damn! It happened right as I was going live, so now I'm all fucking, like, ADHD. I can't fucking talk about the fucking demogorgon shit. I got motherfucking shit going on outside. Fuck, bro. Yo. Oh, it's just the fucking FedEx guy back. Alright, sorry. Circle protection on everyone in this moment of extreme peril. Yes. Hang on. I'm sorry. I know this is chaotic. Shut the fuck up. Come on. Come on, Zelda. Zelda, come on. Let's target the motherfucker. Go get him. Go get him. Alright, are we good? Fuck! Sorry. I gotta try to figure out how to put my fucking keys back on my keyboard, and I can't even, like, talk straight about it. It's time to, well, I'm gonna be having, not your father's dumb bitch juice. 21 and up, it does contain not alcohol, but other substances that, you know, well, anyways. Hello, ma'am, please say my name. Nah, bro. No, you spam my chat like that, you don't get to fucking be in here. Like, you're not gonna do that shit, man. You're like, hold on. Now I gotta ban your ass. Fuck ass motherfucker. Shit. Come on. Hold on. It's fucking user. Listen! Don't come in here trying to be like, getting my attention and like jumping up and down in my chat being like, pay attention to me right now! It never works that way. Never. Zelda needs an anti-delivery flag to wave. This stream is a fucking mess. Do it. Report me. It's fun. They'll tell you, well, they'll probably just tell you, like, we've received your report. You know what? You're right, patient. It's the demogorgon. It doesn't want us to, get the, information out. Right? It's like, I gotta distract the girl that knows all the things. So, anyways, alright, I'm just gonna kind of talk, and you guys are just gonna shut the fuck up and listen. I'm also going to... You can report my mom, that's fine. Patient, I'm just gonna mod you, if you would like. Now you're modded, okay? I know you're not normally a mod for my channel, but I know you, and this is a baby channel, so you're not gonna have that much, you know, to do anyways, so. Fuck, bro. Which one's the Windows key? Is it this one? Man, I fucking hate this. Yeah, you're the mod now. If anything gets crazy, because I'm gonna have to not look at chat, or I'm never gonna be able to fucking speak about this. So, if people are getting crazy like that, just fucking protect them. I hate you too, Chandler Manson 007. Look, I said your name. Alright. Fuck, this is bothering me. Okay. So, remember Null. Of course you do. Remember Null being somebody that we all kind of witnessed. If you don't believe in paranormal shit, then you probably at least have a little bit of a questionable understanding of, oh man, I'm not the stupid lady. I'm not the stupid lady. You're the stupid lady, Tarantino. See, I can't look at the chat or I won't fucking talk. Okay, I think I put this back together correctly. I guess I'll find out when I try to control V something and end up like opening wrong things. Okay. Let's have a cleansing moment. Drink your dumb bitch juice. It was early 2024 when we saw, many of us witnessed what we believe to be like some sort of fucking evil ass, demonic ass motherfucking shit with Null. The night that she was like dying in her bathtub when she was like drowning. And I was like fucking around and shit, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna perform an exorcism on her. And I did. And then she like almost died. And then I was like, oh, put the demon back in. And then she woke up. It was weird. We all saw it. We were all here watching it live. And if you weren't, you know, I'm sorry. It's on my other channel. I don't have time to figure that out right now. This is my backup channel. So also, if you're like new here and going like, why is this lady like confident and like saying things on the internet and not being like all, I'm a brand new YouTuber, guys. You know how to. I'm like, I'm gonna have a channel, a show where I'm gonna talk about food and laughter. Yeah. Come on, Bob. Hey, shithead, come on. Zelda, come on. Zelda. Bro, really? She's gotta lose her shit right now because of a fucking Amazon man. Fuck! See, I'm all fucked today, right? I'm not all that. I'm all fucked. I do have guns, and I can't show you because it's against TOS to show those on live streams. I can show you in video, but I cannot show you on a live stream. That goes against TOS. Alright, shut the fuck up! Quit asking me about guns and shit! I'm like lost here, I can't talk. But my main channel is in timeout, so I'm doing this shit over here. Alright, so let's fucking go. Oh man, am I missing the fucking F2 button? Fuck. Oh, there it is. Oh shit. This is ADHD hour, I guess. Always. I fucking put that shit together. Alright, so listen. Let's go back to the thing. In fact, you know what we should do? I will find the video of the exorcism, okay? And I'll show it to you. I'm gonna have to do the thing where I record my screen because I'm not setting up all the screen share Streamlabs shit right now. But... Okay. Okay, alright. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay? Alright. I'm so sorry I have to do it like this, but like I said, I'm like all chaos today, and like my channel is... Can you like not fucking fall over? Alright, shit. Hold on. And then I got Zelda pounding at the door like, let my ass in! I don't like how, like, you just keep being a fucking idiot, though, dude. So, like, straight up, fucking come back tomorrow. I appreciate your banter, but, you know, we love gay people. Okay, check this out. Alright, we're gonna blast this demon bitch. We definitely need some Psalms and some Dave Matthews. Lift up your heads, O you gates. Lift up your everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? It is King Cobra JFS. Aww. Thus I make you cease your lewdness and your harlotry, brought from the land of Egypt, so that you will not lift your eyes to them, nor remember Egypt anymore. Hammerfall! And, it's working. I will do these things to you because you have gone as a harlot after the Gentiles, because you have become defiled by their idols. Shit. Okay. She has never given up her harlotry brought from Egypt. For her, in her youth, they had lain with her, pressed her virgin bosom, and poured out their immortality upon her. Did the Bible just talk about a cum slut? Cum slut? I'm taking y'all to church. The conspiracy of her prophets in her midst is like a roaring lion, tearing the prey. They have devoured people. They have taken treasure and precious things. They have made many widows in her midst.
Need my job.
Yes! Alright, so that calmed her down. I calmed her down.
She seems to like Ezekiel.
She likes Ezekiel.
Oh shit, I triggered a commercial.
You're bald and people still want to suck your fucking clit, right?
Oh my god, I
Just
forgot
get
how
nasty,
bad she
yeah.
was.
Right? And they still want to suck
Son
your
of man,
clit.
there were two women, the daughters of one mother. Why is it all funky? Oh, okay, she's back. Oh shit.
I'm up there, but like, no. Oh,
Her water broke.
oh, fuck. God damn it. Oh, fuck me in the asshole.
Okay, I took demons out of her. We may need to put some demons back in her to spice her up. Demons, I'm sorry I took you from this body. Please return to that body. Please animate the corpse. Please. Okay, she's moving. Oh my god, her face was in the water.
Anyways, also, oh my god, R.I.P. in peace, Lynn the Cinnabon. She died last year. Like, my god. Anyways, all right. So now that we have seen that, and I've had a minute to like not have to be scrambling to fix my keyboard or anything, let's start again. Okay. The Archangel Bacardi. You've never seen that before? I'll drop the link to it in this chat. Hang on. Because you're going to want to watch that later, I'm sure. Because, there you go. There you go. Okay. So, now that we've established what the fuck null is, and the time that we, had to exorcise the demon from her terrifying fucking weird body, there were people that I have talked to over the last year or so, 2 years, who have said, either I don't believe in that stuff, but like there's something real weird about that. And then there's people that were like, I used to be really religious, and that's like reminding me of some shit that used to, right? There's some form of familiarity, right? With like, that's a little bit fucking demonic. Plus, some of us watched a lot of like Buffy and shit, so they fucking know things. I gotta tell you something. I did not watch Buffy. I am now watching Buffy for the first time. Okay, that shit came out when I was in high school. Okay, I had friends that were like picking scabs and sucking blood from each other, okay? So, like, the other thing too, and again, this is like the new channel, and not everybody who's watching this is gonna know who the fuck I am or anything. I've been fucking, we'll just say, magically autistic since I was a small child. My best friend's mom gave me the the Solitary Guide to the Wicca Practitioner. She gave me that book when I was 11 years old because something I was fucking doing at the house. She's like, I think that you might really could use this. And I'm not Wiccan. But 11-year-old me was definitely like, hell yeah, Wicca, let's go, and many 11-year-olds are. And then you grow up and realize that that's fucking, anyways. So when I speak from, some of these things, you guys, I have a pretty long track record on the internet. You guys have seen. I have some sort of. Oh, all right. Bye, Geen. Be safe. I do have some sort of, at least if not an actual command over some paranormally type shit. And by command, I mean that I, you know, understand it and operate in an. How do I say this? How do I just say, like, I've been fucking with like witchcrafted shit like my whole life. You guys, you know me, and I'm having a hard time articulating this because this is really like, you come on the internet and say like that bitch is possessed. You know, you got a lot of people to fucking, you know, remember that the human psyche is something that I've been very interested in. My educational background is in psychology, and I like to watch lolcows, or I did. I don't really like to watch them anymore. Shanny and Rev are my last. They're the last of the batch. Um, Watching the lolcows to me is really interesting in the sense that this is the first time in human history that we have been able to observe humans in their natural environment on their terms. Okay? Yes, we have caged people at zoos and been like, check it out, it's Ishi the last Yahi, and he's like, you know, look at this crazy primitive man, he's like half monkey, and it's like, no. I think we had a couple of like black kids in a zoo in New York, like in the 1900s. I don't know. I don't know. Um, but those are not. That's not the correct circumstances, right? Because those are people who are being held captive against themselves, and a human's natural environment is not a cage. I mean, it's more like a natural environment for the human is like a box, and you just drag shit home to your box. And you can tell a lot about the type of things that people keep in their little fucking box. Um, the thing about lolcows is that they overshare. They uh, they don't have boundaries like the rest of us do. All right. Someone says, "Hey, I'm coming over. I'm just gonna drop by real quick." You know, you might go and like run and clean up the house really quick because you don't want people to know that you live like a fuck ass slob 90% of the time. Okay, the demogorgon got 302. What does that mean? What does 302 mean? I need you to explain that to me. Where is this happening? Where are you guys seeing this shit? I don't know what you guys are watching that we're finding anything about that. Yeah, Shannon got taken away, finally. Oh my god. But where are you finding this, guys? Where are you finding this? Um like who's giving out that information? Jules tells all? I can see you, Eileen, yeah. I don't know if I'm where are you seeing it from though? Because like is it on her linked it in the Discord? Okay, thank you. Okay. Holy fuck! Alright, let's go. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys. Sorry about the crappy setup, but, you know, like I said, this is not my normal fucking style. And I'm sure that all of those people that are showing up in the stream just, like, organically, you guys are like, who the fuck is this bitch?
Update, and as soon as you got off the phone with me, I got off the phone with you. I was trying to get to some sleep, and I heard people downstairs. It was the cops.
Oh.
I think that visit from the CPS person I think the update from the not CPS but adult CPS person.
Adult CPS.
She went to the cops. She told me she was going to the cops to talk to them about this. They 302'd her. The cops 302'd her. So she's out. She's gone. No Shanny in the house. I'm gonna get some.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Do not lie to me. Wow. Okay. Also, really quick though, I want to say, first of all, how dare you put Pikachu in that spot? I think that here's my theory. All right. This towel is covering a hole which has the bucket underneath it. I think that when she sits on the couch, she is just like hovering over a hole and is just continuously leaking. It's disgusting. But people were offering Rev like a lot of money. They're like, please, Rev, show us the bucket. We want to see the bucket. I think he cannot see the bucket because they have removed this part of the couch. And she was just basically sitting on her own little, throne of toilet disgustion all day. It's the throne. Oh my god, Tanya, I can't even. And this stream has been really fucking chaotic too. And again, like, if I was on my regular channel, I wouldn't feel bad about, like, all the ADHD that I fucking, like, with the keyboard breaking and all of that shit. I wouldn't be freaking out like that. But, and I wouldn't care, but the fact that, like, this is insane. This is insane. I can't gather my thoughts. I can't, all right, so I was telling you guys about the fucking demogorgon, right? All right, and I know, but for lack of a better word, and that was a word that Null gave us to describe whatever entity was visiting her and causing her to do those things. One's mental catching up on all the shenanigans. I'm still not, like, all right, so here's the thing. Cobra went on DP and was dead within a year. We know that Null had probably exacerbated his demise, even though she didn't necessarily, she was not responsible for his death. There's a piece of art that I came across recently in the King Cobra subreddit, which is not called the King Cobra subreddit. It's called That's Most Definitely Not What's Up. I came across this piece of art, and do you remember this? Do you remember this night? Do you remember this night? And he was dead about a year after that incident. From a heart attack, natural causes, and also Cobra is incredibly fucking, like, his diet and his drinking and everything, it's not, like, super surprising that he died, right? There's something in this bitch, and people have talked about being like, yeah, I saw her eyes weren't the same. And yes, she would also be, like, high on drugs and also, like, drunk and shit, so some of that's going to change your pupils, but people get vibes, and we don't fully understand vibes, but you have to remember that we've only been like fucking around with the human brain for like 100 years as far as like really understanding it. And prior to understanding science, we just thought God did stuff, right? Which is why, like, you know, fucking Salem, you made my crops go bad. You cursed my crops. One of my ninth great grandmother, Elizabeth Garlick, was tried for witchcraft because people thought that she was responsible for the death of a few babies that she had held like within, you know, a couple of weeks of each other. But this was also like, you know, like Cape Cod in like the 1700s. Like babies died all the time back then. That's why you, like they had so many kids because they were just the mortality rate, right? My point is this: we didn't have explanations for things, and so we said things like, "Well, God did it." We still have insurance talking about fucking act of God. You know, a hurricane is an act of God. A fucking tornado that sweeps your shit up off the ground, that is an act of God. We still consider that. And it's not because we have like proof of God or anything, or proof of demonic anything. We don't have any proof of that. But that shit didn't go away when we figured out the answer for things, because we don't have all the answers for things. Again, we barely fucking understand the human brain. Barely. At this point in time, 2026, the year of our Lord, at this time, medical science is at the point where your heart can stop beating and we can bring it back. There are people that can be deemed clinically dead, brought back. The one exception is if there is no brain activity. Once someone is considered brain dead, the brain activity stops. We haven't figured out how to reboot that. So oftentimes when you have a situation where a loved one or whatever gets, say, into a horrible car accident, and they're healthy people, but, you know, now they're all mangled up, and there's no brain activity, but the body is still functioning. Whether or not it has machines or whatever, it's like, okay, the body's still alive. But there's no rebooting the brain. We haven't come to a place yet where we're able to restart the brain. We can restart the heart, we can remove kidneys, we can put someone else's kidneys. But we cannot bring back brain activity that has ceased. That is not what we have figured out yet as humans. So, you know, like, and even on a lesser point, we haven't figured out how to just like jack into the fucking screen and watch our dreams. We haven't figured out, and, you know, thank God, because then that's going to lead to thought policing, like, you know, so where were you last night? And then they like see your memories and shit. That's terrifying. We don't want to do that. We want to keep a separation. And so while we do keep that separation, our fucking brains like fill in the blanks. We tell ourselves stories. We have storytelling brains. When we think, most of the time, when we think of what am I going to do today, it doesn't look like a list. It doesn't look like bullet points. We think about the whole story. I have to get up. I have to get dressed and get my things together. I have to make sure to feed the dog. And I'm thinking about all of these things, and I'm thinking about feeding the dog, and then I'm thinking about how I need to stop for gas. So I'm thinking about the story of driving to the gas station, and then I know that I have things to do at work today, or whatever the fuck it is. We have storytelling brains. And so when we don't have answers, we fill in the fucking gaps. So when I'm saying that, you know, Shanny has always been fucking crazy. And Null has always been fucking crazy and continues to be fucking crazy. But also, Null kind of shut the fuck up and disappeared for a bit. I mean, she comes back every now and then, but like, it's a little bit like when someone comes to my channel and calls me like big toe or no, thumb, anti thumb. It's like, what do you mean anti? Like, bro, I'm skinny fat now. I'm a middle finger. All right. You saw me though in that other video. Yeah, I was definitely thumb looking. I look at my old videos and I'm like, God damn, I look good now. Shit, I've lost like 55 pounds. It's pretty fucking lit. And I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. I think I more or less just. I'm having a hard time like articulating, and that's because there's a lot. I'm getting a lot of fucking like weird feelings and shit and vibes. That's the other thing too. What is a fucking vibe? Well, I mean physically, music notes register as different fucking frequencies, and you can feel sound vibration and shit, right? I have been to a deaf concert. The people, and yeah, those are the ones where you see like the interpreters rapping like super fucking fast, and they're fucking, they're lit. They're like, they sign with more intensity than the fucking rapper themselves. Like, it's amazing. It's beautiful. But the people that go to these deaf concerts and shit and that are deaf, like, no, I can't hear, but I could feel it. And if you've ever been to a concert and you've been close to the speakers, I lost my fucking hearing at Styx. You know, that was fun in one ear, but it's because I was right next to the fucking speaker because I was about that life. You can feel physical things, right? So some of us are really fucking autistic. Like me. Welcome to my channel. Drink your dumb bitch juice. Some autistic people have different autistic powers. I have the autistic power of pattern recognition. Am I psychic? I don't know what that means. But there's a certain pattern recognition and pattern interpretation that and I think some other, I don't know, gifted-ish people experience, but I can only speak from my experience, right? I am being like 100% serious when I say there's something fucking with these people. Now, why would it just so happen to go from Null to Shanny? That is weird. Well, first of all, Shanny is deplorable. She's gross. We also group them together as lolcows. All of these people are lolcows. We group them together. The other thing is that I know that, like, I'm not going to try to explain this too much, but Drunken Peasants is cursed. All right. Drunken Peasants in the last 2 years, Scott Henson died. Billy the Fridge almost died, but he recovered and he quit the show. And as far as I know, he's, continuing to recover and being okay. So Scott Henson, Pimp Monk, King Cobra JFS. I know, it all sounds batshit and I don't really care. India's a poor and corrupt country. I mean, that's all well and good, but like, why do you need to tell me that? I'm wearing a motherfucking American flag. You know what pisses me off? There's fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene has this sweater. I got this shit at Aldi! That bitch Marjorie Taylor Greene shops at Aldi. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. This fucking bitch. I'm not kidding you. Alright? You see this shit? You see this shit? What's this bitch wearing? What's this bitch wearing? Look at this. What's this bitch wearing? You know? What is this bitch wearing? Alright. So patient, just FYI, if people are being, like, ridiculous like that, you can click on them and you can ban them, or, I think it's, let me see what it actually says, because I'll test on you. Hide user on this channel. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see hide user on this channel. You can also do put user in timeout, and then you can choose, like, you know, they sit for 5 minutes or 24 hours or whatever. But I leave it up to you. What the fuck is what? Hey, yo, bro, like, what are we doing? We're not doing that shit. I'm not here to talk about politics today. You got to get on my other channel for that. We'll come back and talk about that later. I need to finish talking about this motherfucking shit. Who the fuck is even asking? Oh, come on. Are you 4? Shut the fuck up. Alright. That was distracting as fuck, but it's just that dumb bitch. That dumb bitch MGT. Alright, anyways. Alright. Where was I? Right, so the demogorgon, right? So how is it fucking going from Null to Shanny? Well, the conduit is Ben. Ben had Rev on Drunken Peasants, was it last week? And ever since then, Shanny's behavior has increased like 50-fold. I'm seeing people say, no, it's okay, patient. Actually, you know what? You know who I'll add to is Eileen. I don't really need a whole lot of mods, and I don't even know that Eileen knows how to mod either. But I don't have any moderators on my channel, so... And we can take it off later if you're like, I have no idea what the fuck to do. I can remove you. I'm just going to do it for now, though. We'll talk later. Okay, so... I am seeing some really interesting things being discussed in the community. She's not disabled. What are you doing? What's an at? Dude. Bro. You know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to fucking... Hold on. I'm going to, turn on, subscriber mode. Un momento. I gotta figure out how to fucking do that shit. Community moderation. Participant mode. Subscribers of 20 minutes. Alright, you gotta earn it. Alright, you gotta subscribe and you gotta earn your right to say some fuck shit. Alright? Okay. I don't play games and shit. I mean, I do, but they're pretty exciting. I play the fun games. Alright, I think we're good now. Okay. Ben has Cobra on. Cobra fucking dies. The Demogorgon fucking went to fucking Shanny. That's what I was saying. People saying she's not disabled. I will agree that she is far more mobile than I think any of us realized. All this time we've been led to believe that, like, she couldn't climb the stairs. we've been led to believe that she is like dying. I don't know how many times she's come to the internet and been like, you know, I have cancer, I'm dying, I'm super weak, I'm dying, and all that shit. And telling Rev that she's dying. And in this last week, she's like literally like a wrecking ball, dude. She is. That's another thing too, is she's not as big as we thought she was. The proportions are all fucking weird. She is 6 feet tall. We've now seen her naked. I mean, we had before because they used to do porn and we all torture each other with that. But she like got on the fucking screen earlier and was like, I think she was trying to wipe her period blood into the mattress. And I'm sorry, I know that's horrifying, but last night there was blood on the mattress after she came in and rushed him. And I thought, blood? What? Like, did she punch? Like, is somebody bleeding? And no, she was shitting and perioding all over his mattress to fuck with him. And I think that's what was happening today. Because there's a video, and I'm not going to show it because Jesus God. But there's a video from today, this morning. She runs up there and she fucking like sits on the bed and starts like wiggling around. She's wiping her fucking pajanga stank all over that mattress. It's fucked, dude. I know that's gross, but look, we're here talking about this. Either you have no idea who I am and who any of these people are, and you're like, oh God, what is this lady talking about? Or you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you're like, yeah, that's true. One thing I will ask from you guys, though. 2 things I will ask from you. 2 things. I'm going to ask you for 2 things. Can you do this for me? I keep a really curated community, right? You have to pass a vibe check. That makes us pretty exclusive. This is, you know, sure, I'm a bitch. Oh, she's a bitch with a hug box. Okay. I don't think I've ever asked anybody for a fucking hug in my box, but the very small amount of people that we do have, and it usually rotates. There's like an active like 20 or so people that actually come and are actually like making friendships and actually like trusting each other with like telling us their work stories or whatever. The Discord server, right? Which I also try to keep, you know, really, really exclusive. If you've been banned from my community, you know, but the people who come here help to make it good as well. All this shit with all these people running in and talking shit, being like, Kamala! It's like, dude, like that makes the quality of the show, like, that I don't want that. We're doing here. We're conducting fucking business here, all right? We're holding motherfucking court. And we're talking shit. And this is Dumb Bitch Cafe. And we're gonna fucking drink it all day. Two things that I will ask from you. One, please do not say Shanny is not disabled. Please do not say she's not disabled. The reason I'm going to say that is because that is a really that is, I would say, next to saying that someone's not black. Like, and, you know, we can think of a lot of fucking places where that particular assertion. I can think of another one. People who are transphobic. People who will continue to call someone who is dressed in all-female clothing and calling themselves JC. That's enough. Look, I haven't even fucking fully delved into that, but yeah. the whole Rev saying my girl name is JC thing, like, we're gonna have to examine that. But people who insist on calling a, like, woman, like, physically looking at this person, it's like, hello, ma'am, but calling them sir, that's a little different in the sense that disabled is not an identity. Disabled can be used as an identity. She did it falsely, but here's the thing. Just because Shanny can get up and fucking move and run like that, that doesn't mean that she's not disabled. She's not physically as disabled as we thought she was. But for those of you who are new, I spent from about 2018 to up until 2025, so like up until this last year, I used a wheelchair off and on for convenience because I have some pretty severe fucking spine problems and some nerve damage. And it's not that I can't walk. You guys have seen me walk. You guys can see me. Look, watch this. Hey Eileen, look, I got the motherfucking, look at that, my Snorlax slippers. See, I'm a flexible bitch. I can do things like that. I can walk. I can do these things. I also would use a wheelchair when I would go to the store because I don't want to waste the little bit of time that I have while standing up, because if you've ever dealt with chronic pain, you understand that it's like, all right, I need to get all this shit done before I crash. Got to get all this shit done. I'm having a good spine day. I'm going to go clean, and then you fuck yourself up for 6 weeks because you over fucking extended yourself, right? So instead of wasting my good energy on walking around a grocery store, I used a fucking wheelchair. Remember Null? Remember when Null was saying that I'm a fake disabled? You know that she's faking her wheelchair. No. It's called ambulatory wheelchair usage, okay? It is an assisting device. I don't need to use a wheelchair in my home. I've always been very clear about that. You guys, have never seen me use a wheelchair at home. You may have maybe seen me use a walker once or twice after my surgeries. But even though that bitch is a dumb bitch, you have to understand, too, that being disabled in any sort of way and having that questioned or attacked is really fucked up. You know what else is a fucking assistive device? My glasses. Did I get fucking weird messages from dudes on dating websites being like, I like your glasses, I'm gonna come all over them? Why? I need to see with those. I've also been approached by perverted men in public asking me if they can help me with anything and like asking what happened, why am I in a wheelchair? These are called devotees. These are people who have a fetish for wheelchair bound people. And from doing the research on what drives somebody to be specifically not that everybody who's got a girlfriend in a wheelchair is a pervert. These are people that are specifically seeking out because these people are in wheelchairs. The thing is that they like some of the reasoning behind it, okay? Why somebody would become obsessed like that and be attracted like that and sexually aroused because a girl's in a wheelchair. A woman, I should say. Number one, foot fetish people. They assume if you're in a wheelchair, you have very soft feet and very weak feet. And the other thing is that there is a power dynamic. And some of the, very clearly, some of these guys will say things like, I'll take your chair away from you so you can't get away when I'm trying to fuck you. Now what does all of that have to do with Shanny? Shanny is disabled. Let's be fucking real. Would you hire her? Would you allow her in your house? It's not even that she's a bitch. It's that she cannot fucking control her behavior. Her mental health has gone fuck-o-bazooey. She's not in there. She's being driven by the fucking demogorgon at this point, bro. You know what I'm saying, Tubes? So, Shanny is not disabled. We gotta stop saying that. That kind of hurts me in here because it kind of reminds me of having to stand up and look a guy in the eye and be like, why are you asking me about my medical fucking history, bruh? Right in the target. They don't like that. Oh my god. Those devotees, the ones that are all fucking tough and I'll just take your wheelchair away so you can't get away from me when I'm trying to fuck you. They don't, also, they don't realize, it's hard to tell when a person is sitting, but I'm 5'9". Okay? I'm a tall bitch. I stand the fuck up and I'm like, the fuck? Why are you fucking talking about my fucking wheelchair and shit? Like, that's surprising and it scares the shit out of them and it's really fun and I kind of miss being in a wheelchair just because I miss doing that, but I don't really miss it. It's just funny. It just gives me, like, you know, humble brag sort of pride of like, yeah, I showed that fucking pervert. I'm not gonna go ask some lady again in a Target if she's gonna fucking need some help trying anything on today. And no, they were not Target employees, just FYI. The second thing I'm going to ask from you, okay, and this is a big deal, and this is why I'm like, you know, breaking down and telling you guys, like, yeah, I have autism, and yeah, you know, ghost shit is crazy and insane, but also, we as humans, we still seek answers. How did the universe begin? What the fuck? There's no way we could be the only, you know, living beings in this existence. Or if it's a simulation, whatever the fuck it is that you believe. So, you know how there's like white Jesus? You know how Jesus, at least if you're in America, Jesus has been portrayed as a long-haired, Caucasian, ripply-bodied man. And, you know, Jesus is allowing these, school shootings to happen because we don't allow prayer in schools. You know, people are just letting their fucking kids die of preventable diseases because they have religious beliefs. You know, so it kind of goes all different ways. So I'm seeing something also really troubling aside from Nala's not disabled, or sorry, Shanny is not disabled. Instead, just differentiate with that. She is able to go up those stairs. Okay? She is not as physically disabled as we thought. She has, you know, unless like on, like, the most ridiculous thing I think I could come up with an explanation for that is that, like, there really is some sort of physical fucking, like, entity that has taken over the body and is able to do crazy shit with it. Like those, you know, like those zombie ants. The ants that, like a bacteria or whatever gets in them and starts controlling them. And so you've got, like, dead ant bodies, like, zombieing around. You know, is Shanny a zombie? I mean, right. Your guess is as good as mine. Um, but I need you to hear me out. I need you to hear me out on this, okay? All right. Of course, the natural conclusion to all of the people from all of the communities coming to see this fucking car wreck. Like, these streams are holding five to 800 fucking people watching them. I checked out Shanny at some point this morning, and it was 135 people watching a ceiling fan because she was asleep. And I think the stream was also muted. Where do we remember that from? Do you remember where that came? Do you remember that? Do you remember there being 500 people, or, you know, maybe overnight it'd go down to like 70 people watching a silent room because you have the fear of missing out, and you're like, oh my god, what if she wakes up? I was starting to get on that too, you know, and that's a little bit why I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to snipe like that anymore, because then I'm the fucking, you know, who's the fool here? The lady that fucking like yelled herself to sleep and left the fan on, or the lady that's like sitting here going like, she gonna wake up? What if she wakes up and says like the N-word, you guys? This demon is an influencer. The demogorgon, it's an influencer demogorgon. Why do I say that? Because, I mean, we've been pretty influenced by it, have we not? Most of 2024, my channel was very long streams of me sniping her, and it was also like a prison. I can't leave because I'm live right now, guys. I'm covering this. I can't leave because she's expecting, you know, some shit. I was stuck to the fucking screen waiting for some shit to happen. Guess what? There are like a lot of great fucking heroes out there right now that are recording all of these streams, backing them up. There are people who are, you know, there's the archive channels, but like, you know, the other day, Shanny went live while I was live, and someone came in and was like, "Oh, can we snipe?" No, I don't want to do that anymore, because also it drives in all these people. I have consistently told you guys I do not like a lot of fucking people in my chat. This is also why I curate my community so heavily, and I don't care if you think I'm a bitch. Okay? This is my fucking extension of my living room that I'm inviting people into, and I have the right to choose how I interact with it. And if I'm stuck all day being the guy that brings them the entertainment and also getting the fucking praise and the fucking donos and shit from doing this, I'm feeding it. People are talking about trying to get Null hooked up with Rev. And Rev is all over it. Rev is also not fucking well. He is not sane. He's not okay. He's not somebody who can make decisions like that. Cobra couldn't make a lot of the fucking decisions he was put in with Null, right? He was sexually assaulted, and there's videos that Null sold of her doing that. People bought them. People were paying for rape videos of King Cobra JFS. yeah, Cobus is an adult. Cobus can make his decisions and everything, but again, there's a vulnerability about these individuals, right? Yeah, Rev's a piece of shit. We're gonna fucking stick with that. Like, nobody is going to try to say, here, at least I'm not, that these people aren't able to, make decisions and be responsible for themselves. Fuck! Let's go, Zelda. Alright, hold on. Come on! Hey! Yeah, let's go fucking bark at the motherfucking neighbor. Give you a little bit of the old razzle dazzle. Alright? Hold on. Razzle dazzle. Fuck. It's been a while since I've done any ballet, so that probably wasn't the best razzle of dazzles. But let's get back to our conversation at hand here. It's very important. Rev does not need to be introduced to Null. Rev does not need to be introduced to some girl that probably will, promises to fuck him and promises to fall in love with him. Rev is still convinced that Esmeralda is real. Or he's really fucking actually a little bit smarter, or someone who is guiding him, maybe Jules or somebody, is a little bit smarter and has said, Rev, look, yeah, Ezzy, she's not real, but you've got to play it up and tell the internet that you're still in love with her and you're not trying to fucking get with anybody else because we don't want to see you get catfished again, right? Just hold out for Izzy, or whatever the fuck it was. Maybe they are telling him, yes, Izzy's real, but yeah, I don't know. But I started seeing, I mean, we've all said it in passing, right? Like, oh my god, Null and Shanny, I want to see Null fight Shanny. Null could go live with Rev and Shanny and be Shanny's caretaker. Like, I've said these things, and it's funny, and it's just scenarios, but now we're getting into actual, manifesting some things that, and how is it manifested? Alright. I was telling you about White Jesus earlier. That is a construct that we made. Is that the real Jesus? Was Jesus real? Yeah, Jesus was a real guy, okay? Just FYI, I don't care about the Son of God or whatever shit. But historically, there was a Jesus guy, alright? He existed. The Romans kept very good records. He was real. Was he the Son of God? I don't fucking know. Was Mary a virgin? Absolutely fucking not, and I can tell you that because I got knocked up as a teenager myself. She was not a virgin. That was bullshit. Now, more dumb bitch juice. Hang on. I know this is long and rambly, but that's what you come here for. That's what you come here for. That's the shawl, Fox. Alright, come on. There you go. Ding dong. Alright. Oh, little Zelda. But there's also the entity that exists that we have created, right? Just like we created Iron Man. Just like we created, the Babadook. Just like we created Dracula. Humans, we have like made our own lore. We've filled in the blanks the answers we don't have, we go back to things like, don't go running through the forest at night, you're gonna get fucking got. Those sounds are supposed to keep you the fuck out of there, but it's, probably not gonna be fairies. It's probably a bear or something, but, being told as a kid, I remember my nieces being fucking told, like, don't go out there, the devil's gonna get you and shit, right? So on a human psyche level, white Jesus exists. White Jesus, MAGA Jesus, is a real thing because we can see it played out in the culture. Okay, you don't have to think of it like we have invented an entity, but we have invented an archetype, and everyone's kind of like feeding into it. And that goes for also the people that are looking for people to turn into lolcows. Stop it. Find something else to do. You are trying to create something. Again, as I said earlier, this is the first time we've been able to watch humans actually do crazy shit without being, they're consenting. If they're fucking filming, they're consenting themselves. Steve is an anthropologist, and so it's like, I don't like lolcows because I don't like that we're like watching these people. But they're the ones filming it. This isn't closed cap. This isn't fucking like security footage. This isn't, I've been spying on my neighbors, check it out. These are people turning on the camera and then like shitting themselves for 6 hours, right? Like, for real. And that is something that just naturally happens. You go to a fat white bitch fucking mayonnaise woman's channel and you start calling her a cow and start telling her, trying to fuck with her, trying to tell her like how beautiful she is, and then trying to catfish her, and then getting her nudes, and then doing like going back to fucking the farms or the fucking discords or whatever. That's not organic, and that's fucking sick. All right? It's just not fucking okay. And yeah, we're here also talking about Shanny and Rev and everything and all of the lolcows, but Cobra's death should have been a wake-up call for more people than I think it was. And I know that Cobra people were very, very, very fucking sad about that, and they should be. And there's a lot of people who discovered that they were sad about that they were like, why am I so sad? Why do I miss him? So, oh my God, I didn't know how much I actually like really loved the little guy. What was I hearing? What was I reading this morning? Somebody is basically becoming the next Daniel Larson. Guys, you gotta fucking stop. Now, if somebody is just like Cobra, look. Cobra was so much better when people weren't harassing him with deliveries. I know, it's like, harassment. But, I mean, after a while, it fucking is. Tarman sent the fucking duster. Because it's funny. Let's get Cobra doing duster. Yeah. Do you remember how fucked up he was for a while there? Dude's always been kind of fucked up, but the thing is, he stopped being organically like, he stopped going places. He stopped interacting with characters. He stopped doing things because he didn't feel safe anymore. And, Clint tries to say that the trolls got him evicted both times, and I call bullshit on both of those things. We all know. Okay, number one, his first apartment, he was evicted because of the condition of it. He caused like $6,000 worth of damage. And the second time, it's because of Null and all of the crazy shit she was doing. It was not just a couple of calls from trolls to the police about like, oh, there's a lady and she's underage and she's stripping. There was like legitimate shit happening, and if I was the neighbor, and I have been an apartment neighbor before, I would have been fucking pissed. I would have been calling the cops myself. I would have been telling the fucking management, this is unacceptable. She came into the fucking laundry room. She does not live here. She came in here and she started fucking with me and trying to fight me. She doesn't live here. Why is she doing this? I pay money to live here. I pay money to do my laundry. What the fuck? So, you know, the internet doesn't influence everything, but everything influences the internet. And I'm seeing people say, yeah, let's get Null over to Rev. And Rev, he has like mentally regressed into being like a 16-year-old boy. I'm getting the same kind of vibes off of him that we got from Cobes in some of the younger days, where it's like you could really tell he wasn't just a retarded man. He was literally like mentally stunted in age and everything. But Cobra was also fucking amazing because you could give him a pile of crap and he would turn it into gold. Tell me that's not the fucking case. Tell me that that's not a fucking true statement. You know, write me an essay using that as your fucking prompt, bruh. You know what I'm saying, Tubes? Alright. So, I already asked you, please don't say Shanny's not disabled. You're probably not going to be able to, like, I don't want you to, like, start fights with people and be like, stop saying that. Just, I don't want to see my people saying that. Okay? Because you guys understand now. I've talked to you about this, and you understand how I'm saying, like, you're generalizing in a way that it's offensive to people who are disabled or people who don't look disabled. If you've ever been a smoking hot babe with multiple sclerosis parking in a handicapped spot and getting the cops called on you because you're using a fake handicap placard, you know the fucking feeling. So shut the fuck up about that. I will not accept that. I won't allow you guys to be doing that. You'll get like one warning. And we're not going to argue about it. Like, you can say she's not as physically disabled as we thought. You can say she can move. That is bullshit. But again, mentally and that body, that's not normal. That's not fucking human. We weren't meant to be like that big. And she's not gonna live very long. And I'm sure that her body hurts and is miserable. So can we just agree not to say she's not disabled? Let's just say she can move, or something to that effect, right? And the other thing I'm going to ask you to do is please do not jump on to the let's get Null and Rev together train, okay? What do I mean by that? I mean that we're going to talk, we're going to talk about it to an extent, as far as like people are saying it. It is a fact. People are saying we want to try to get them together. You know, you want to share a clip in my server of like, check it out, these people are trying to get them together. We can watch the situation. What I don't want from you is, I don't want to see you encouraging it. I don't want to see you, you know, because look, I don't have the Shanny show on when Steve is home. I mute it and I watch the chat. And if I see, and I you know, I'm like anti what other people are doing, you know, what you do in other people's chats doesn't matter to me, you know, and that doesn't normally matter. But if I see your ass in some chat encouraging Shanny and Rev, or sorry, Rev and Null, and being like, fuck it, that'd be funny. Oh, hell yeah, no, he deserves it. Oh, yeah, let's do this. If I see you do that, I will absolutely ban you from my spaces. Because we've created something dangerous, okay? We are being influenced by it. And when I see the whole chat going on about it, who do you think that is coming from? Where do you think everybody is getting the craving to see that destruction? The demogorgon's fucking feeding it. I mean, or also, maybe we need to look at the fact that people are getting really fucking weirdly addicted to this shit. I've had to like really revamp how I do most things on my channel. That's why I don't want a big channel really, and I like smaller crowds because then I can individually talk to you, and I can say, Starzy, can you not? I can say, hey Starzy, doesn't it feel weird to think about the fact that like everybody was like going off all at once, and I know that chat feeds into itself and you guys are gonna like fucking meme and go with it and everything, and it's silly, and chat is silly, but if I fucking see you making jokes about Null getting with Rev, for my fucking spiritual well-being, I have to get the fuck rid of you, because I also feel really fucked. There's connections here. I told you, the autism. My autism pattern connections are bothersome about this. There's something bigger happening, and I don't just mean that there's a butthole Discord server where a man is trapped in a butthole Discord server where he has to give butthole shows all day. Okay? I still don't even know if that was true. All I know is I can't stop thinking about it. I think about it every day. I used to think about the Killdozer Man every day. Alright? Every single day I used to think about the fucking Killdozer Man. And if you know who he is, you know. I now, every single day, think about Nate trapped in a Discord server, unable to not perform buttholes shows because the trolls are making him do this. What does it even mean? It's like the time that my kids came fucking running out of their room like, don't tell her, don't tell her, don't tell her. Oh, he's got a hacker living in his bathroom on Minecraft. What does that, what does that, what do you mean, what, wait, okay, just calm down. Is there somebody that knows where we live? No, it's not like that. Is there a man on the internet trying to like get you to look at his penis? No, it's not like that. But there's a hacker that lives in the bathroom. He built a bathroom on Minecraft and he fucking put a hacker in there, and the guy's like living in it. And I'm like, like being a 12-year-old girl in the AOL chat room did not prepare me for parenting Minecraft children. And I don't think anything really can. So, I know this was long and rambly and chaotic at points. I'll look at the chat now. I have not been reading chat, or I would not be able to fucking continue to speak. Do you guys want to say something? Does anybody have any questions or comments? Or anything you would like to include in the conversation, or anything that you would like me to consider? Because, I can't fucking like tell you I'll ban you if I see you doing that in someone else's chat, and then not like give you a minute to be like, counterpoint. Not your father's orange cream. Look it up, but you have to You know, the dumb bitch juice, that's not for kids. It's not alcohol, though. It's the other one. Make no problems with me. They make sense. You're being reasonable, and it's good to set boundaries with your community. I would like my. I think I would really love to see if, like, I mean, I'm not trying to tell you guys to go and influence the community to, like, counteract it, because also you don't want to be the fucking guy that's in the chat being like, hey guys, let's not tell jokes like that. They're offensive. You don't need to do all that, but, you know, can you guys, like, maybe start trying to, like, you know, conduct yourselves with the compassion of understanding some of the shit that we've talked about. I know it is funny as fuck, and yes, absolutely, I go ape shit too, watching Shanny and Rev fighting and throwing shit, and it's insane. Look, I have the disease too. I'm sick too. I'm a sick piece of shit. All right, but also, you know, let's at least do it with dignity. What little dignity we have. Okay, now we can correct it. Yeah, you know, that is a kind of a cleansing thing to just like, oh no, that, even if you just say something like, oh god, no, that's not a good idea, or just like, no bro, or like, you're crazy or something. Encourage people to watch shit show and not interact. Yeah, you know, you guys have been really good about trying to influence the like touching the poo is really bad. There's a lot of channels now they're really, really strict about it. In fact, I think BGTV yesterday, maybe it was, I don't even know, but I know that BGTV recently, he had stopped and said something, I think, about the fact that, I think he was talking about Jules being on the phone with Rev. And BG was like, yeah, I know people do that shit, but I am not cool with that. I think that's poo touching, and I don't agree with it. And I think that's perfectly fine. So the fact that some of the more sane influencers, it's, you know, believe it or not, if you're on the internet and you're talking to people and trying to get them to, like, you know, believe you and not just get you to watch video games, you're an influencer. I know that's a bad word. I know that that's we all hate influencers, but like I kind of started really meditating on what the fucking word influencer really means. After like last summer when you guys were like, you're a weed influencer, and I'm like, what? Because I was like, I don't really want to do a lot of lol shit. What are we doing, guys? We're doing the news and we're doing weed. And they're like, yeah, you're a weed influencer. And I'm like, how am I that? And they're like, well, a couple of people were like, you influenced me to go buy those drinks. I give like educational, you know, explanations for weed legalization, and, you know, I've shown you guys how the labels look and everything, and how they're like marked with where they were produced, more like on the fresh flower and shit. You know, I've got like a batch number. I have a plant number. I know what plant in what warehouse my shit came from. It's really well regulated and it keeps us safe. And also the quality is good, and so I know that I'm not just buying some bunk shit. I'm buying that good. Talking about that motherfucking hash burger. That is my favorite strain now, I think. It's so good. Fuck yeah. Jules doing too much? A little bit, you know? But also, I think it's interesting. I'm interested in it. The story is happening, you know? Not covering something because, like, you don't like that it's happening. I mean, look, you just... Look, I'm just trying to get you guys to fucking understand that you've got to invest your energy into things that are gonna matter, because we're in a really fucked up place right now. We're like actually at war. My son This is a really scary fucking time. My son is stationed on a fucking nuclear submarine in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. He's not there yet. He got his orders. He's got like, I think he leaves New York on like the 18th, and then he has to report for duty on like, I don't know, sometime in February. Because he has like a 30-day moving period. But this is scary. This is a scary time, and I love the escapism. I am here for Himbo Rev. I am also here for possibly Trans Rev. I have made the argument that, you know, Rev just has autogynephilia. He just gets really hot at, you know, the idea of him being a woman. There is a whole, like, sexual paraphilia involved in that does not make the person trans. It's a, you know, it's a specifically for fetish purposes, whereas trans people are not just turned on by I wish I was the opposite gender, but like I just feel like that is natural. That's a natural state for me when I'm, you know, at peace. I feel, you know, better if I'm, you know, femme or whatever, right? And all of this time, because everything has been so chaotic and ridiculous, Rev wearing his cat ears and like all of that shit has been like, whoo! Oh my god, this is funny and also kind of gross because he's gross. And like last night, he was like playing around in his clothes, and he like keeps like, he wasn't full on, but he would like he kept like, you know, pinching at himself a little bit or kind of just, you know, messing with his clothes. And, you know, and there's definitely some horny to it. But, he's now said, my girl name is JC. That may change things. And I'm going to quote Geen here. This is amazing. Geen in my server a little bit ago. Because I was like, I love how like giddy and happy he is when he's like, you know, putting his makeup on, when he's doing his makeup and his clothes, and like he was getting all slutty on us last night. He's like twerking and like showing us like, and also people are like, don't go talk to the cops like that. Like, don't, like, please tell him to take off the cat ears. But Geen says there's a talisman quality to it. Everyone is thinking there's no way he's going to go talk to the cops wearing that. But he does it as if it's nothing. Because Rev feels safe when he is dressed that way and all made up. Now, I don't know if you guys had seen on my channel, this channel, and you may not have because I know that not everybody is subbed to me here. But did you see the poll? Did you see the poll? Go to my community, the posts. Guys, is this Rev or Carrie? We've got 4 votes so far. We've got, that's Himbo era Rev. Carrie looked in the mirror on shrooms. Science has gone too far. And still better than Stranger Things 5. Please go vote in my poll. Oh, I'm not logged in as me, so I gotta look at the results. Let me switch to my rogue account so that I can see. Okay, so 50% of the votes are for, that's Himbo era Rev. Sorry, Rev. Himbo era Rev. So far, nobody has voted that Carrie looked in the mirror on shrooms. Like, do you understand what you... Have you ever heard, like, if you ever do shrooms, Don't look in the mirror. Even Ben Pie one time. Ben was talking about was it Ben or was it Paul's ego? Maybe it was I don't know. One of the drunken peasants. One of the episodes where they got really fucked up and they were like on shrooms. It was amazing. But one of them talked about looking in the mirror and just the infinite horror and sadness and just grief that like befelt him. Imagine, you're like looking in the mirror at your true self, and imagine you're Carrie. Carrie, who has only existed on the internet to serve someone else's used fat woman, I guess. I don't know. See, she can't stop. She can't get away from this shit. She like, I was like, you guys are gonna have to go to the other channels and shit to go watch the video, because number one, I don't want to set up dealing with streaming properly to this channel with the Streamlabs setup and everything. I've kind of told you guys you need to watch the shit somewhere else, and then you can come here and have a discussion. Okay? This is a little bit like when I told my kid, so my kids, I did not ever tell them no when it comes to a book. Television, movies, internet access, I'm on top of it. When it comes to books, physical books, obviously, and, makes sense. I mean, my kids were born in 03 and 05, so it wasn't like, we had a lot of digital books back then, but even still, like, point is, any book that you can get, I'm not going to restrict you from it. If you can get it at the library, if you can get it, it's, go ahead. Obviously, things like, adult comics and shit. But even then, depending on the circumstances and also depending on, the age and what the child's personality is like. My daughter read Under the Dome when I think she was like 12. That one's... But, here's the thing. I didn't just say, go ahead and go read your fucking smut porns and shit, kiddos. I said, that one's going to be a little rough, and it's going to have some things in it that might make you have some, like, weird feelings or questions or it, whatever. Come and talk to me and we'll figure it out together. So, I'm not going to show you guys anymore like Shanny. I mean, I might occasionally. I'm not going to say never, right? I'm not gonna stream snipe. That is, we're not doing that anymore. We're not doing any sniping on my channels. Any sniping of like chaotic nonsense like this. I am talking about like I'm still gonna fucking snipe the fucking high-speed pursuits, because I love those. That is so much fun. It's so exciting because they're usually really funny, and they're also scary, and sometimes the guy dies. But also, like, remember the fucking milk truck? And the motorcycle, the fucking dirt bike gang? That was the best! But also, remember the girl that just fucking hit that pole, and just, the cops were, like, throwing up in the bushes after, well, anyways. Fact of the matter is, people, I just want you to do as good as you can, because we kind of need to put the temperature down. I'm putting you cousins in charge. You cousins are in charge. You are not babysitting. Ultimately, I'm babysitting. Ultimately, this is my shit that I have to deal with if you guys wreck things, and But also, if you're going to come to Auntie Jessie's house, you have to keep the house clean. If you fucked things up, I'm not going to let you come over. You're not, see, I'm your auntie. I'm not your mom. You're not my responsibility. You're more than welcome to come through, and I'll help you with anything. And if you come through and say, listen, I, for some reason, decided to look up the Shanny and Rev porn, Sexy for Christ, you can Google it if you must, and I need to talk about what I saw. I feel fucking violated, or, god damn, we're watching this shit. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion about it. But, like, the reactors, they're doing their thing. Maybe some of them should do it less. Grow as a person and get a hobby. Or, fuck it. Let's just not grow as people and then just do whatever the fuck we want. But I'm trying to have some motherfuckers surrounding me that feed me spiritually and intellectually and just vibe with me. Before I go, there is a Lackawanna scanner operators reporting group on Facebook. This is a group that is just posting the scanner from the county that Shanny and Rev live in. I can get the link in case. Now, remember, Facebook's, you don't need to be joining all these groups and shit. You don't need to be connecting with people on Facebook, okay? You need to keep your circles a lot smaller, but for informational purposes, here is that link, okay? And this person is literally just posting, so Scranton, Mulberry at Geisignigner. Christine knows everything. Yeah. So I happen to know the name of the street that they live on. I'm not gonna say it, but I do want to look and see if it gets mentioned at all about Shanny being taken. I'm not 100% sure if, because part of the problem is that it's a domestic violence thing and shit, so I don't know how much of it is, like, private, and also, they didn't call the cops on her this morning, I don't think. The way Rev said it, and I'll play the clip again if you need to hear it, but, the way Rev said it was, I was trying to sleep, and people showed up, and they got her. It may not be reported here. Yeah, I don't see it reported here because it wasn't a, like, active thing. Like, it wasn't an active call-in. It was, they did their paperwork. And you know what? Thank you, fucking Jesus. Thank you to whatever that this did not end in the ways that it could have. By that, I mean, the way that the police were not helping him. It was like caught on video of her bounding up those stairs and fucking him up and fucking up his shit. He looks terrified, and the things that she was saying, like the most horrifying abusive mother you could think of, that shit's got to be really triggering for a couple of you guys. Hearing that thing talked about, like, all I don't even remember it was antagonizing. Like, yeah, you little bitch, you better fucking run. You're scared. Talking about like, it's awful. She is so fucking horrible. Like that a lot of people are probably really fucked up about that. Um, so also make sure that, if you are going to continue to like watch a lot of this content, just be mindful of how you're interacting in the community, and be mindful about not making the heat go up, and be mindful of why do you want to see it go that bad? Why are you hoping that it gets worse? Um, we could have been looking at a situation with an investigation into why the Scranton police didn't help this man before she burned the fucking house down with him and the cats in it. We could have been dealing with that, and those cops that were like, she can't get up off the couch. See, this is why I think that there is a poop bucket in the couch. I think the poop bucket, they cut the fucking center of the couch out, put a poop bucket, and she was just free leaking into the fucking hole. And that is why there is towels over that center. I think the cops saw the poop bucket and were like, yeah, she can't get up, or they wouldn't have it set up like that. They are going after those fucking cops, those coward-ass cops that didn't run into the Uvalde school to save those children. The ones that just fucking stood in the hallway and listened as children screamed and died. And some of those cops are on fucking trial. I'm not really following that, but good. The fuck are you doing? They were actively not letting parents go back into the school and shit. And it's like, oh, fine, I'll go get my kid if you're not going to. And, yeah, so that was a whole awful thing. But just try to be mindful not to... The demogorgon is a concept, and you understand what the demogorgon concept is. Don't worship it. Don't feed it. Be mindful of giving a lot of attention to invisible things, because it makes them act all stuck up. Anyway, good luck with all of that. I hope that you guys, take this in the spirit that it is meant, I'm not mean-ass Auntie Jessie trying to boss you guys off the internet, tell you not to have fun. But, I mean, can you open your fucking eyeballs? Can you fucking open your eye? Can you have some fucking common sense? Can you shut the fuck up? Drink your fucking dumb bitch juice and go to hell! But also, I love you and shit, and thank you for listening, and share this video with whoever didn't see it. You be fucking safe out there. Don't be Carrie. Oh, bye.